for me, 10 for me, 10 for me, get body. Long hair, no makeup, doing Pilates. Those niggas don't stop on my dance and naughty. All them pictures is my sons, but who's the daddy?
Alright, daddy.
I graduate with honors. I ball Nato Connor. I did a freestyle, then I got a shout out from Obama. Yes, yes, I am ill. I going for the kill.
Hey, I feel like I haven't made a video in a hot minute. So yeah, as you can tell, I came home again. I came home to focus more, do some studying for some midterms. So it's funny how I came home to do that, but instead I'm making a video. The truth comes out. Anyway, hey guys, it's Sarah. Sorry there's no rotating screensaver in the back of Harry Styles. I know that was a very important feature on this channel. It will come back once I go back. But guys, we got some new stuff from our boys. Louis came out with a lyric video, and Liam and Niall both came out with new music. So without further ado, here's the latest news that's been happening in the past couple days. Alright, so I know I'm late to this topic. Loui's lyric video for Just Like You came out probably, a week ago. But you know what? That's okay, because you guys still want to hear my thoughts. So guys, not only was Loui's lyric video amazing and just very creative, obviously, there was a lot of stuff in this lyric video that we need to point out because it's very important, and it was in this lyric video intentionally. So let's start off with this. If you guys zoom into this newspaper print in the background, you can see that there's an article or a paragraph about LGBT. The sentence says, Potter sees the struggles of women, people of color, and LGBT voices to be heard. And if you guys look at these other newsprints, they talk about Black Lives Matter, LGBT community, feminism, eating disorders, racism. Louis did that. This also says the article is about George Michael's battle with the label. He also suffered from forced closeting thanks to his label. So is Louis trying to tell us something? Is he trying to tell his story through his lyric video in a creative way? Because that's genius. But going more into George Michael, this says it's talking about some guy named George that had a legal battle with Sony but had not come out yet. Something about his boyfriend, and with everything going on, found his mother had cancer. You know what? I knew that name sounded familiar to me. Do you guys remember RBB's icon during their Freedom photo shoot? The Rainbow Bondage Bears icon was of George Michael, and now that makes sense because of the story behind it. And that all ties back to being closeted in the industry. And some other ongoing themes in Louis' music video were 2 weeks rule, return home, his boyfriend, legal battle with his record label, same sex. Louis is being louder and louder every day. So guys, I don't really think it's a coincidence that these were the ongoing themes in Louis' lyric video. I really don't know if it was the video creator's choice to put these themes in the video, or if it was more of Louis' choice because he's the artist. I think Louis did have a lot to do with it. This says Louis literally chose to have a paragraph about minorities directly mentioning LGBT people and how they are treated in the industry. An article in there about how men who sexually harass women in the industry need to be called out and exposed in the racial oppression and Black Lives Matter thing. I'm in love. Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, I don't think it's that hard to believe that Louis had a lot of the say in what went into this lyric video. I think he's definitely trying to tell us something, and these are a lot of issues that he finds important himself, and he's trying to raise more awareness to it. And who knows, he might have had another reason for putting these things in it, but regardless, it's great. And also guys, if you pause the video here, you can see that the S was added to the he, so it looks like it was supposed to be he, but they just added on the S to make it she, which could actually be symbolism for him forced to say she. Because the lyric is, I wanna lay where she lays, so maybe he wanted to say, I wanna lay where he lays. Could be reaching, but it also could be possible. And someone also made an analysis of all the messages in Louis' lyric video. So they say the George Michael article excerpt highlighting on his legal battle with Sony and the loss of his mother to cancer. Heart drawn around Michael Freeland, an author who wrote a biography about Judy Garland. The word she wrote as S/he with a separation. Mentions of Black Lives Matter. Mentions of the sexual abuse inflicted upon women. Mentions of minorities being oppressed. Box drawn around the segment. So yeah, again, I say no coincidence. Louis really wanted these things to be seen. They weren't there on accident. It was obviously on purpose. He wouldn't have put these things in the lyric video if he didn't want us to talk about it or discuss it. And guys, here's the thing. Louis knows that we analyze. Louis knows that we really look into things and we see past the obvious. So Louis knew that we would see this stuff. He knows we're not blind. We're really smart and we can dig into things and find things out. That's why he put all that stuff in the background, because he's like, you know what? The fans will see it. See, he knows us so well, and I think that's why he set up his lyric video like this. He knew that we'd get it right away and we'd pay a lot of attention to it. This says, I really respect Louis for having the lyric video stand for something bigger than him. He's not just saying that he's famous so he looks like he has an extravagant lifestyle all the time, when in reality, he hurts just like us. He's pointing out that the whole industry is full of hurt people. That's what I noticed too. Louis like taking a stand for other people. He's not just talking about his issues or that he's a normal person. He's kind of talking about the whole industry itself. This goes in to say actresses are being sexually harassed and assaulted. People of color are not given roles they deserve. Non-cis het people are being hurt for who they are. Musicians are in contracts that overwork them their entire lives, etc. All of these things are talked about in the lyric video, and all these people look as though they have amazing, lavish lifestyles like Louies. Yeah, so this goes into the thing where you don't know how somebody's life is just by looking at them. Just because they're famous or just because they look a certain way, they could be the common person on the street with a 9-to-5 job. And again, from what I see in this lyric video, it looks like Louies using his platform and really taking a stand for people who might not have a voice. And as I said before, Harry does that when he's on stage, like with the rainbow flags, etc. He put it in there for people to discuss it because these are important issues that are happening in reality. And he really wanted to emphasize the point that things aren't always as they seem. That is a very big common theme that Louis tries to convey, not only in his music, but in his interviews. And I think all in all, people should start listening to what Louis says. That's what he wants, but some people are just not listening. But you really have to take what Louis is giving to you, which is what is conveyed in this lyric video. And you know what? I am so proud of Louis. He took a big step forward, and not even a step, like a freaking leap. And this is not only good for himself and the fans, but just the whole industry in general and just for people in general. And that's all I have to say about that. And guys, after we got that whole lyric video, we got a couple pictures of Harry wearing the blue bandana around his neck. If you've been in this fandom for a while, you know what the blue bandana signifies. If you don't, in short, there was a bandana project. Louis' color was blue, and then after One Direction knew about that, Harry started wearing the blue bandanas to support Louis. If you want more information, you can just go look it up or look at my past videos. But anyway, do you guys find it a coincidence that after Louis releases this iconic lyric video with all these messages, Harry goes and wears the blue bandana? Like, I really think Harry is supporting Louis. He's like, I saw the lyric video, it was amazing, I'm supporting my husband. Again, I don't know if him wearing that had to do with Louis' success or the lyric video or Louis in general, but this is like the same bandana he's worn in the past. Harry knows we speculate about it. He's watching, he's listening, he knows we're not stupid. The boys look at what we say. You guys have to remember that. And who wears a blue bandana for style? I know it's Harry, he wears weird things all the time, but as I said before, I do not think Harry would just be wearing a blue bandana for fashion. It has to mean something. So because I'm biased, my Larry ass is gonna say he wore it for Louis. But you're allowed to have any opinion. And also guys, quick side note about Harry. This says he'll be performing at the Hollywood Bowl for the We Can Survive concert this Saturday, October 21st, 9:45 p.m., which is today. So yeah, keep an eye on that.
If you don't like the way I talk, then why am I on your mind?
Hi, I'm Harry, and if you're at the Hollywood Bowl tonight, then I am looking forward to seeing you. And I will see you very soon. Enjoy the show. It'll be, we're going to make the video really soon, and it'll be out relatively soon, I hope. It's going to be a fun one. I think I like it. I'm proud of it. I think it's going to be a fun one, and I'm proud of the song, and I'm proud of, hopefully how the video turns out great. I think it'll be good.
Sorry, wait, can you say hi to my friend Lauren?
Sure, hi Lauren.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so yes, I know Liam and Niall both came out with music at the same time. A lot of competition. But before I get into Niall's new album, Flicker, I'm gonna talk about Liam's new single, Bedroom Floor. So basically, the moment I started listening to this song, I was like, this is so Liam. It's his sound. I was not surprised when hearing it. I was like, Liam usually produces a sound like this. And to be honest, guys, I'm really digging the song. I love Liam's falsetto in it. He can really hit those high notes. And it's just a really good song.
You said it was over, but your clothes say different on my bedroom floor. You said it was over, you said it was over, but your clothes say different on my bedroom floor.
Okay, now, Niall's album, Flicker, killed me. And I know I say that a lot on this channel, like, I know a lot of things kill me, but Liam just comes out with some singles. Niall came out with a whole album. Sorry if that sounds like shade. I want Liam to come out with an album. Time's a ticking. But guys, Flicker is honestly so good, and I'm not just saying that to sound biased. I'm not just saying that for the video. I am legit obsessed with Flicker. Like, this whole album is so Niall. His album has so much variety. There's some slow stuff, some fast stuff, some fun stuff, some ballads, stuff for the whole family. And if you guys want my opinion, my favorite songs from Niall are On the Loose, Flicker, Paper Houses, and Mirrors. And this also says Niall's debut solo album, Flicker, is already the #1 album on the US iTunes. Congratulations. I mean, that was expected. We did that, guys. I could listen to Niall's voice all day, though. It's just so soothing. I can't describe it. I just love Niall's music. It's the music I've always liked, so of course I'm gonna like it. And then lastly, because Niall is promoting his whole album, he went on Ellen a few days ago, and here is a little clip of my favorite part of the show.
Now, One Direction is obviously, y'all are all off on your own projects, but do you get to see each other? Do you keep in touch?
Yeah. See, Louis came to my show in LA a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to see Liam next week. Seeing Harry this week. So, yeah, we see each other all the time.
Oh, that's great. Harry, so you do...
I honestly, cardiac arrest nearly happened there. Why is it not just straightforward in the show? He did well to stay in there for
Yeah,
long, didn't he?
and he looked just like Harry, too.
He's even got...
Yeah, I know. Well, we're not going to not put knee pads down. He's actually...
And there's one for everyone in the audience.
Yeah, I know. All right, let's take a look at how that went. Harry, so you do...
I love when Ellen scares people, especially when it's One Direction, and I can't believe she made that person jump out of the box and pretend to be Harry. That's goals. But also terrifying. I would have jumped out of the chair. And I don't know about you guys, but when looking at Niall, it looks like he's lost weight, he's healthy, he looks good, and I'm really happy to see that. I'm glad to see that my boys are looking healthy. But I guess it's confirmed, Niall's just a brunette. He's never gonna go back blonde. I'm sad about it, but we gotta embrace it. I wonder if he'll dye his hair blonde when he comes back to One Direction. That would be trending #1 on Twitter. Anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully everything made sense. If I missed anything, just write it down below. And like always, I make a new video whenever I want, so like and subscribe. All my social media is down in the description, and I will see you guys later. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching this video. What should they do, Harry?
They should subscribe to this channel.
There you go. Thanks so much. We'll see you soon.